What do you think of guys not in front of me?
Is what?
The hack squat.
What was
Dallas.
it? Oh, that deal?
Yeah.
All right, man. So, all you young cats out there, check this out. There's some shit called gym etiquette, right? And there's a pecking order.
Oh,
in the
he's
gym.
getting on my side. Okay.
All right. There's a pecking
damn
order.
right he is.
First of all, there's a pecking order in the gym. I trained at Metroflex consistently for 29 years. All right. There's a pecking order.
I'm just gonna hold on. I know we're filming this. I just want just for my sake.
If you ever pulled that shit.
All right. So there's two things. It's called gym etiquette, and there's a pecking order in the gym. I trained at Metroflex for 29 years. There's a pecking order. Guess who was it? Believe it or not, Ronnie wasn't always in the top. His workout partner, Mark Hanlon, was at the top. Because if you cross Mark, he beat your ass. He scalped the dude in the gym one time. All right. So, number two, that's a true story. He scalped the motherfucker in the gym. So, number two, Ronnie, for most of those 29 years old, Ronnie was top of the list. He was in pecking order. When he came in the gym, his music came on. If he won a machine, everybody gave him the machine. It was called respect because of a pecking order. I was number two. That's called the pecking order, and it's called respect. Number two, gym etiquette. Okay, if you're doing a set, just like with this cameraman in my face, if you're getting ready to do a heavy set of squats, deadlifts, whatever, any exercise, you don't want somebody standing right here. You're trying to do hack squats, and I'm sitting here bullshitting with my bro or something, or hitting on some chick, right? That's not cool, man. That's called bad etiquette. So, when you're fired up and you're in that mindset, you're about to do a hard set, okay, you're not going to say, excuse me, sir, could you please step aside? You're going to say, make it the fuck out of the way, right? Because you should know, being in the gym, that's how you learn. That's how I learned. The older ones taught the younger ones. That's how you learn. And then, back in my day, I did some shit one time, and Mark turned around and fucking slapped me. And he goes, shut the fuck up, pay attention, do what we do, and don't ask no fucking questions. I was like, all right. And guess what? It worked, and I learned, right? If you do that now, these little pussies will call the cops or fucking go try to get you kicked out of the gym or whatever. But that's the way it worked back then. And it was called gym etiquette and a pecking order. And so, to his defense, he didn't do nothing wrong, right?
No, he didn't.
He was doing his set. He asked these dudes to move out of the way because they're standing right there in front of him. It's like, dude, get out of the way. Even now when I train, I don't know who these people are. If they're doing a set, I give them space. You go up, if you go take plates off something, hey, man, you using this? Just like we're training today in the gym. I walk up, hey, how many sets you got left? I'm not going to take the machine, right? The difference is, if there's a pecking order in gym etiquette, then, I used to give the machines up to Ronnie, man. He's the fucking champ, right? He's number one. Right, and I expected the same respect in return to other people that weren't in the pecking order. It's gym etiquette. He didn't do nothing wrong. And when you're in that mindset and training like that, when somebody doesn't follow the rules, those unspoken rules, those unwritten rules, you're not going to react good to it. And that's all God did was react to it. And my boy, he can go from 0 to like 10,000 like that. I saw that today, matter of fact. Right. But that's another story. But
he didn't. He asked nicely at first.
He did, and that's my whole point.
Yeah.
It's like he didn't just jump on him. He asked him nice, and his fucking little kids was like, smarted off, wouldn't move, whatever. And then, of course, you ask the second time, it ain't gonna be nice. And the third time, where I came from, it ain't gonna be no more asking then.
It was an eruption.
Yeah. So he didn't do nothing wrong, in my 2 cents. So the problem is, in today's society and with these gym bros and all this bullshit, they get their little feelings hurt. They want to cry about it or something. Instead, what they should have done was learned, hey, man, maybe I fucked up and maybe I should give this dude space and maybe not stand in front of him when he's doing his set. Period.
That was
Mic drop.
That's it.
Yeah.
So, and I've never really. I've had one negative encounter in the gym when I've actually thrown a punch. One, and I'm 41 years old. I don't really have problems with people in the gym. And
Did you really throw a punch?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I got into.
Did it land?
All of them landed.
What was her name?
Sheila. You know what's crazy is that kid actually, people got on me for that. That kid actually publicly apologized for me, and he said we were wrong. We were fucking around in front of him, and people still.
They chopped up the video and sent
I
it
posted
out.
the video.
Yeah.
Nick, were they not close to me? Okay, they were right in front of me.
Where was that?
It was on the hack squat in the back of Destination Dallas, the new Destination Dallas. Yeah. Michael was at the gym that day. The issue was that in the video, I asked them to move, then I asked them to move again, and then we had words. By the time the camera panned over to them after 3 fucking back and forwards, they had already backed up fucking 6-8 feet. So when I got off the fucking hack squat and walked over, everybody's like, they're fucking 6 feet away from you. And I'm like, yeah, motherfucker, now they are. Yeah, when I was screaming at them, they were fucking right up my asshole. They were cutting hair away from me.
Thank God there wasn't social media back in my day. until at the very end, because I had a whole bunch of things like that. You know, I mean, Metroflex became like a tourist stop. You ever see the Rocky movie where Rocky's a champ, and all of a sudden there's like all these people coming in, and it's a heyday of Metroflex. It's like that. I mean, we had tourists coming in from all over the world, and everybody would come in. It's like, oh, let's take pictures of the tiger in the cage. Well, guess what? Once you step in the cage with a tiger,
you get bit.
You might be dinner, motherfucker. So you better watch it. And so, you know, I go out at 23 hours of the day. I'll take a picture, talk to you, and I'm gonna treat everybody with respect. But when I train, leave me alone. That's why I went there, because that was my business.
Yeah.
And I was focused. You know how I trained. And dude, when I'm getting ready to do a 600-pound squat, and you're like, hey, you know, can I take a picture with you? I'm gonna be like, it ain't gonna be a good response, bro. I got my knees wrapped, my belt on, I'm about to get it, and you step up to the squat bar when I'm trying to get on it. I'm like, I'm not gonna say, excuse me, sir, please step back. It ain't gonna be a good reaction. Yeah. And if you don't step back, it's gonna be a worse reaction. You know, and then you're gonna run off and cry about it. The difference is back then they didn't have social media. Today they go cry about it, they post it, and they try to make your guy look like an asshole. When really and truly you were the asshole because you didn't show respect to him.
Do you think the gym etiquette and pecking order isn't what it used to be? Because, like, for my story, for example, about my training partner, there wasn't YouTube, social media. I couldn't do. There was some research that could be done, but I recognized I didn't know it all, and I saw the guy that was better than me, and I would hope he would take me under his wing, and I would get to actually experience that pecking order
100%.
firsthand. I want this knowledge. Just beat the shit out of me every day. I want it. Like, I don't know where else to get it from. There wasn't the internet to get it. Yeah. So these guys are going on YouTube and they're all self-taught, and then they're very proud of themselves, and then they have that attitude because they didn't get put through the ringer by somebody like Branch or Guy.
You're 100% correct. Yeah. That's how it's supposed to work. The pecking order. The young ones are supposed to teach. The older ones are supposed to teach the young ones, and you're supposed to learn. You're supposed to humble yourself, come with respect. And don't expect everybody to respect you, because it ain't given, it's earned.
Right.
And that's the difference with this new generation. They don't understand that. They don't get that.
I grew up in Boston. I got to see Paul DeMeo. I got to see Mike Matarazzo. I got to see my older brother, Steve Cantone. They were nasty. They came to the gym for a purpose. When they walked in, they looked different. They acted different. They switched this.
Flipped the switch.
And DeMeo actually did that to me once. I was working at a Gold's Gym, and Paul came in, and he was at like his peak. I was like 17. And I went up to him, and just being nice. I was an employee of Gold's, and I asked him a dumb question, something, you know, hey, how you doing? What's next, you know? He was doing barbell curls. He put it down and kicked the barbell. He didn't answer me, just kicked the barbell across the room, and I was like, all right, I get it. And, you know, he was well known as being a dick, but he was in his zone. He was in his place, you know? And I had to respect that. And I got to see, like, all right, this ain't working.
It's not a game.
This is a job.
The analogy I give, like when Branch talks about it, obviously when we're in the gym, if you don't know us, you don't know we're there working, right? You know we're there working out, right, but you don't know we're there working. But my analogy,
think it's leisure. To us, it's our living.
When somebody interrupts us or somebody does something stupid in the gym, if you were working and your job was to make calls, or you had an office and I walked in with fucking pots and pans while you're on the phone and I'm fucking smacking them together when you're trying to make a sales call and I'm interrupting you, to me, it's no different than when you're interrupting me in the fucking gym.
Right.
I'm working. Right. Leave me the fuck alone when I'm at work. When I'm done working, I will fucking sit there for an hour and talk to you. Mm-hmm. But during my work session, leave me the fuck alone.
Think about this. But would you walk up to a boxer when he's boxing in the ring and try to interrupt him? What do you think's gonna happen?
Need me a punch.
Yeah.
Get knocked the fuck out.
Yeah.
But I think like
I was waiting for it. I was waiting for it.
No, but I think like what you guys are talking about is a little bit like, you know, the purpose, you know? Yeah. When you are so committed to the cause, whatever the cause might be, and there is the purpose, like, you know, the guys going to have a purpose when they do this shit.
Killing it for the cause.
Passion,
Yeah.
like you say all the time, passion and purpose.
Yeah, passion and
combine those two.
purpose. Yeah, you need to the deep. You need to go really, really deep and find that. And most, I think, they don't have it.
We go to a different place.
Yeah.
And then when someone comes in and interrupts that energy, it's a mind fuck.
When you're a tiger and a deer comes in and try to run with you, it ain't gonna be bad for the tiger. It's gonna be bad for the deer.
To be that fucking gazelle at the end of the pack.
Unless it's a hot chick. I'm always 10%.
That's why I train at Metroflex. With no hot chicks.
Bearded ladies.
That was always my line. I'm always 10% stronger when there's a hot chick in the room.
I'll tell you a funny story. I was probably 19 training, and there's this powerlifter in the gym. We had a bunch of powerlifters, had some good ones back in the day in there, and he's doing, had a heavy ass squat, a lot of weight, and he's sitting there, and this girl, he's trying to get psyched up to do it and shit. It's his last workout before his meet, and this girl comes up, she's big, very well endowed, and he's in front of the bar getting psyched up, and she goes, "How bad you want these, baby?" And fucking pulls them out.
How come that can't happen to me? I get guys who are talking in front of me. I don't get boobs.
You think he got the squat? Fuck yeah, he doubled it.
I would have tripled it. That's beautiful stuff.